You once said believe what was found, frozen at the end of the world. A metallic structure, disc-shaped, buried beneath Antarctica's ice, in a place no human should ever be. No headlines, no news coverage, but leaked images, CIA documents, and missing scientists reveal a secret that could change everything. The scariest part? It didn't crash there, it was put there. And now, it sets waking up. But what if this is just the beginning? It all started with an image that was never meant to exist. A satellite captured an unusual formation in a part of Antarctica where no human had ever stepped. It wasn't a mountain or a natural crack. It was symmetrical. A disk, partially exposed, casting shadows with mechanical shapes. The question echoed, what's hidden there? And how long has it been? Independent researchers began releasing the coordinates. That's when the mystery deepened. Anyone trying to reach the site couldn't. Flights were blocked. Drones vanished. And agencies like the CIA and NSA started silencing those who spoke out. This wasn't just ice and rock. It was something else, something that didn't come from here. But what really stood out was the shape. Infrared scans revealed curved lines, concentric circles, and a heat signature that made no sense in a frozen wasteland. Some scientists suggested the object might be active, emitting energy. But why? And what does the CIA have to do with it? In 2023, a former scientist who worked on polar surveillance programs leaked a report. In it, he claimed to have personally seen the thermal data from the object in Antarctica. The scariest part? He said what lay beneath the ice was metallic and pulsing, as if something was waking up. He referenced a secret operation called Project Iceworm, led by a shadow division of the CIA. Its mission: isolate, study, and if possible, activate the craft. He said this wasn't the first discovery, but it was the first time the artifact responded. Responded to what? He couldn't say, but he was clear. They don't want anyone getting close. Weeks after the leak, the scientist disappeared. No interviews aired, no recent photos. Friends and family said he had been terrified, claimed he was being followed. His vanishing only fueled the theory that the craft not only exists, but holds secrets capable of rewriting everything we know about our origin. Not long after the scientist's disappearance, a group of explorers known as the Arctic Hunters posted a strange video. In it, you can see a metallic structure, rounded, half buried in ice. Strange markings along the sides, not letters, not numbers. Some experts said they resembled glyphs found in Sumerian ruins or symbols seen in other UFO encounters. The video was quickly scrubbed from the internet, but nothing ever really disappears. Copies spread through secret forums and conspiracy channels. The structure looked untouched. No rust, no damage. As if the craft was perfectly preserved, just asleep. Most chilling, one image showed a partial opening, like the ship had been used. Soon after it went viral, the Arctic Hunters channel was deleted. Accounts wiped. An alleged anonymous email warned, "You've gone too far." That left one haunting question: who's so desperate to hide the truth? And what else might be buried beneath that ice, still undiscovered? Months after the leaks, scientists at nearby research stations reported something strange. Unmarked planes began flying over the area frequently. Military vehicles, which had no official reason to be there, were seen hauling massive containers at night. No plates, no flags, just a symbol, a serpent wrapped around a sword. One radar technician from McMurdo Station, Antarctica's largest base, anonymously claimed the sensors detected something moving under the ice. It wasn't seismic activity. It moved in a straight path. It didn't make sense. The signal came from beneath the surface, but it was controlled, like something was piloting it. After those reports, international flight restrictions were quietly enforced. Witnesses vanished, profiles deleted, personnel transferred. But if nothing was happening down there, why so much secrecy, so much fear, and so much force? Few people notice this, but in recent years, groundbreaking tech has appeared with no clear origin: shape memory alloys, ultralight metal composites, sensors that function in extreme cold, just like the material reported on the Antarctic craft. Coincidence? Or are we witnessing the beginning of reverse engineering something not made by human hands? Unofficial documents mention a research cell tied to DARPA, the government's darkest tech division. These files describe the use of elements extracted from non-conventional structures. Translation: parts from alien crafts. Even stranger, these files date back to 2024, the exact year the Antarctica story began leaking. And then things began spiraling. Theorists believe the craft under the ice has been studied for decades, but only now have they learned how to activate it. Or worse, maybe the ship activated on its own, which raises a far more disturbing question. Radio enthusiasts in southern Argentina intercepted strange broadcasts, rhythmic pulses. Not language, not noise, something structured. Experts traced the source directly beneath the ice near the ship's location, and the signal repeated like a message. Even more chilling, some audio analysts found parts of the signal resembled a human heartbeat, as if it were alive, or mimicking something alive. This matches old UFO reports where witnesses described emotional frequencies, not sounds, but sensations of fear or overwhelming calm. And here's where the panic begins to set in. What if the ship isn't just a machine, but a mind? Something ancient, something dormant, and now, something trying to reach out. But to whom? This will blow your mind. The same symbols seen on the Antarctica craft. They appear all over ancient sacred sites. Nazca lines in Peru, the submerged temple in Yonaguni, Japan, even on Sumerian stelas in the British Museum. Circles, spirals, circuit-like patterns, long before electricity even existed. So what if this craft has been here before? What if it returned? Some believe these aren't decorations. They're keys, a code spread across time and civilizations, left by the same beings, aliens. But that's just the beginning, because researchers are realizing something far more chilling. All these sites, with the same symbols, sit on Earth's energy lines. And guess what? One of those lines runs straight through the frozen zone where this craft now rests. Among respected alternative physicists, one theory is gaining ground. The object found in Antarctica isn't just a ship, it's a marker, a dimensional anchor. This would explain the strange electromagnetic disruptions in the area. Compasses spinning, electronics failing, voices caught in empty radio channels. Unofficial reports describe hexagonal structures beneath the ice with math and angles that don't occur in nature. The hypothesis? These formations might be sealing something in. Not a creature, not a machine, but a breach. A passage to somewhere else. A portal. And here's where the theory gets darker. What if the ship wasn't just hidden there, but left behind to guard the gateway? And now, as the ice melts and frequencies shift, what exactly might be trying to come out? You won't believe this, but leaked documents show the CIA has had active missions in Antarctica since the 1950s, with no official reason. No war, no oil, just surveillance. Private satellites, live thermal tracking, and a list of scientists who vanished after speaking out. Former agents say there's a secret base buried near the South Pole, undeclared by any treaty. Inside, they're testing fragments of unidentified tech, alien tech. And the ship discovered in 2024? Not the first, just the first that got too public to hide. So why lie? Why hide it all? The truth may be darker than we thought, because maybe they're not protecting humanity. Maybe they're protecting a deal, made with something that was never supposed to return. Have you noticed? No major news outlet covered the craft in Antarctica. No headlines. No experts. Not even a conspiracy theorist's claim piece. Nothing. Total silence. And that silence says everything. Independent journalists tried, but their videos were demonetized. Channels deleted. A New Zealand reporter published rare photos and was found 2 days later, unconscious in the wilderness. Phone gone, memory card wiped clean. This isn't just censorship, it's control. And every time something is this buried, you have to ask who has the power to silence the entire world? Because if the media won't even touch it, maybe what's under the ice is bigger and more dangerous than anyone imagined. After everything, the footage, the leaks, the signals, the secrecy, one question remains. Not what the ship is, but why now? Why is this happening now in that place? Some say the craft's been dormant for millennia, and the melting ice isn't just climate change, it's a trigger. Like the ice was a lock, and now something beneath it is waking up, something that no longer wants to sleep. But the scariest question of all, what if we're not the true owners of this planet? What if our civilization, our science, our history is just a thin layer built over secrets we were never meant to find? If all of this is real, if there truly is an alien craft hidden beneath Antarctica, being studied in silence by the CIA, then maybe the biggest lie wasn't hiding the ship, but hiding where it came from. And what if it's not just a machine, but a message? Why the secrecy? Why the fear? What's under the ice that we're not allowed to see, but they're desperate to control? And what if the real threat is instead what steps trapped down there? But what steps about to come out? If this content made sense to you, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share it with someone who also deserves to know the truth.